How long would it take you to walk 30 kilometers? And how long would it take you to travel 30 kilometers in a train? You can travel the same distance in a shorter length of time in a train because a train can move at a faster speed. Speed is how fast an object's position changes over time. The fastest in a race means running with the greatest speed. These are examples of common unit conversions of time. Time can be measured in a variety of ways, usually with a watch or a clock. It can be measured in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, or even years. An hour, for example, can be converted in minutes by multiplying the hour by 60. Speed is measured using units of distance per unit of time, such as meters per second, kilometers per hour, or miles per hour. But how is speed calculated? We can find the speed of an object if we know the distance traveled by the object and how long it took to travel that distance. For example, 96 meters per second can be a speed of a race car. Most objects do not move with constant speed. The speed of an object can change from one instance to another. Average speed is simply the distance covered by an object divided by the time it takes to travel that distance. Since speed, distance, and time are all related, we can calculate distances and times by simple arrangement of the formula. Distance can be computed by multiplying the speed and the given time, while dividing the distance by the speed, we can compute for the time. Here are sample problems on how to compute for a required time and a required distance. Sometimes, describing the speed of an object is not enough. You may also need to know the direction in which the object is moving. The direction of motion can be described in various ways. For instance, you can indicate the direction as east, west, south, or north of some fixed point. Also, the direction can be described as positive or negative along the line. Acceleration is the change in velocity over time for an object. When the position of an object changes, it is in motion and it has a velocity. Once the velocity of the object changes, it is accelerating. In this image, the school bus driver is starting to move away from the school facing north. When the bus reaches 140 meters per second and then travels at a constant speed, you notice that it took 4 seconds for the bus to move from rest to 140 meters per second. In calculating the acceleration of the school bus, the value of the acceleration is 35 meters per second per second. And what this really means, each time a second passes, the bus has reached a final speed of 35 meters per second of speed. After 4 seconds, the bus has reached a final speed of 140 meters per second. And after the bus has traveled at a constant velocity, it is no longer accelerating. Some people think that acceleration is an increase in speed. No, it is not just an increase in speed. Acceleration can actually be a change in either speed or direction, or can also be a change in both speed and direction. So, Globalians, when the time comes that you can already drive your own car legally, remember that knowing the speed of the car is important for following safety precautions in road signs.